everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and I'm going to do an update, check in on Marjorie Traitor Greene's future and look at her karma that she's been accruing since the last time I've read on her, which was probably at least a year ago. But anyway, let me swap out cameras here and bring you over my table and get this going. So hold on, be right back. Okay, so I'm using the Visions of Life Tarot by Tarot Studio. It's a Russian deck that is great for these dirt bags. Anyway, let me allow for reversals here. So Marjorie Traitor Greene. What is your past, present, future karma hanging over you? How long will you last? Will you serve the next 2 years? What? Okay, that feels about right. Ooh, man, she's tight. I mean, I'm feeling into her consciousness, and she is about as rigid as you can get. It's like worse than, like, worse than a Stepford wife, but rigid in the sense of, like, she really thinks she knows it all. Ugh. Hold on, I need to move this. I was doing some other readings earlier. Okay, to make room for this, I'll talk you through the spread that I always do, just because it fits in the frame here. Okay. Marjorie. Okay. Wow. I'll turn these cards around to show you the images later. So this is the forces in motion in her life. Her greatest challenge. Yeah, we could all relate to that by watching her, right? It's her education. Page of Pentacles. In the challenge position. Mm-hmm. Her brain doesn't go up. Elevator doesn't go to the top. Okay, so 2 cards for her past. This one here. Two cards for her present. Two cards for the karma hanging over her. And then four cards for her future. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, and I'm going to take the 2 off the bottom as well. Okay, goodness. All right, there we go. Let me make sure I don't put them up too far. I've been noticing I'm getting the viewfinder, whatever, wrong. I need to adjust for the fact that it doesn't always come out the way I'm seeing it. Okay, so remember these 4 over here are her future. Oh, there, that should leave plenty of room down below for closed captioning, which you guys have to turn on yourself on every device that you're on. I don't have any control over it. I always allow. I have my settings that way to allow for closed captioning. But YouTube does really well with the transcriptions nowadays. Okay, so forces in motion. These 2 cards are really important to the entire reading. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is our financial stability card in this deck. And hers came through reversed. So the forces in motion in her political career is that she's gone into debt. She's been a bad investment, I think. She's having trouble with making good plans, and she's having trouble with money. Now, we have to remember she's been fined, I can't even remember how many times, but to the point that she completely lost one whole year of her, paycheck. A whole year of her earnings because of fines. And I think it had to do, correct me you guys if I'm wrong, but I think it had to do with the fact that she refused to wear a mask. She kept showing up when COVID was at its peak with no mask to the floor, to the house and to work. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't bring in some guns or something too into the Capitol. Okay, her greatest challenge, like I said, is the fact that she doesn't have any education. I'm just going to go with this deck. Normally, though, when we have the Page of Pentacles in a challenge position, we read it as a reversal, and that brings in bad news, bad plans. She's somebody who's just a major problem when it comes to using the brain in a right way, in the correct way. And she also has goals that are really going nowhere because, the Page of Pentacles is always about goals. Well, hers aren't working. I think I'll just do it this way. Maybe like that. Okay. So, in the past, well, I'd say I'm just going to read it differently than normal. I mean, this is, of course, the Temperance card, but I'd say she's been in bed with the devil, right? Like, oh no, what time is it? It's time to wake up and smell the cat box. Okay, so that's her past, as well as the Knight of Wands reverse. So here's how it would be straight up, which brings in the, moving forward really quickly because you're just passionate about something. Well, she's not moving forward quickly, and she's not passionate about doing her job. She doesn't give a rat's ass that she's, supposed to work for the people. She's there all for herself. And I bet you she uses steroids. There's something weird about her, just the way she looks and the way she acts. It's like her brain isn't just not right. And then, okay, so that's past. This column is present. We have big changes with the Death card. In this case, it's like a big whomp upside the head because of money problems. You don't get that money. I'm taking it kind of, or the money didn't matter. Maybe she focused only on the money and it didn't matter. But when it comes to reverse, this means that there won't be any big change. She's stuck. Now, this is just presently. It's not the future. But she's stuck. She feels stuck. She doesn't really have any hope. She has probably some fear of change going on, but she's just hanging on for dear life, and she's just going to keep doing the same thing. She won't stop. She won't stop. So with the Ten of Wands coming in reversed, here's the image on this card. It's major stress, but just because it's reversed doesn't mean that it gets any better. What happens when this card comes through reversed is usually failure. And maybe some extra burdens thrown on her back just for the hell of it because she's just, she's just all that. But it's my card for burdens that don't go away when it's reversed. Burdens that don't go away. She's not going to finish. Presently, I don't even know that she's going to finish what she's doing. she might just try to put it on somebody else's back. Because, you know, when the Ten of Wands comes to reverse, sometimes it's about delegation of duties. But most of all, I feel that it's failure presently. And she's not going to get out from under it. The karma that's hanging over her currently. Now, she has her own playlist in my video library, so you can go see what was in the past. But I didn't have this deck back then, so I'm sure that... but they could be some of the same cards with using the Rider-Waite. But the karma hanging over her now is a Three of Swords reversed. So this is the disharmony card. Look at that little tiny heart. That's all she gets. Would this be her husband? Because isn't she the one? It's her, not Lauren Boebert, right? Isn't it her whose husband is divorcing her? I have a hard time keeping track of all these dirtbags, you guys. I rely on you a lot to bring me news that way. But anyhow, the Three of Swords reverse can usually, it can be forgiveness and optimism, and sometimes somebody saying they're sorry. But I don't think that she has... I honestly don't think that she has that coming to her. It could be a reconciliation of whatever she's done in the past. So I feel like I'm just going to leave this upright, because maybe this is one of those mistakes where, you don't always get the reversals right when you shuffle like I do. Because, well, I don't know. Then again, maybe her husband's going to take her back. There's that possibility. And then another thing that's hanging over her is the World card. So, and it's recognition. When I kind of glaze back and look, this looks like COVID, instead of the guy's fingers, it looks like COVID spores. But I think she's going to be recognized for the fact that she's in on some type of money laundering, transnational crime syndicate bullshit like all the other ones are. She's a part of it. She's hooked in with Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is her big buddy. So maybe it's bigger than that, though. But well, how can it get any bigger than that, really? When I think about it, though. I mean, I was thinking bigger than Matt Gaetz, but bigger than the money laundering, transnational. I feel like she probably will get caught up in that big sweep that happens after, Jack Smith is done with Donald Trump, because he's a worldwide prosecutor. And so all he has to do is, Merrick Garland throws him all the paperwork he has. He's probably been looking at it since, for months, who knows, right? I mean, it's very possible that someone commented yesterday about Merrick Garland. Maybe that's the reason, I think it was H. Lovechild, that maybe that's, oh no, it might have been Hazel Love. I can't remember. It was one of you gals that said, now we know why Merrick Garland went to Ukraine. But there could have been several reasons. But anyway, he could have been meeting with Jack Smith back then. But I'm sure that we'll never really know. So, but anyway, let's get back to Marjorie Traitor Greene. As far as her future, we have 4 reversals here. So the first one is the Four of Wands, which is normally, the card in the regular tarot where it's like it's my Mar-a-Lago card, but it's like the home, the happy home, and the events. You've got 2 wands over here, and it's like the tent and the happy people in the middle. Well, in this deck, it's stability, but it came through reversed. So this brings in divorce, it brings in major problems, it brings through, usually arguments with people, things being canceled, So I feel like, and you're not like welcome in the home, you know, with the Four of Wands. I feel like, you know, just going with the images on this card, it has to do with like somebody like, we're just taking out the dirty laundry, right? But needless to say, you know, instability, cancellation. So this could be that she won't serve those next 2 years. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which is about deception. You know, we know the Seven of Swords. It's like we've got the 5 swords and we'll leave 2 in the camp, and it's about, you know, I don't always read it that way in personal readings, but in political readings, it's definitely like somebody cheating and getting off, you know, getting away with something. Well, when it comes to reversed, you don't get away with it. Seven of Swords reversed is getting caught. And it's also my card when it's reversed for pathological lying. And that's her. But, yeah, because she's not going to confess, I don't think. Sometimes it can be, but I don't think she will be. And then to take it further, we have the Chariot, right? Like you're really going somewhere with this one, even if it's just on a stationary bike. But when it's reversed, I don't think so. I think she's going to have to give up her position, her seat. I don't think she's going to stay. And yeah, I mean, both of these cards are very, very unstable. There's a major problem coming up for her. This is a major arcana, as well as this one here. And we can see the karma where she's caught up there. And then, look at this one. This is our Page of Swords in this deck. She's caught with her pants down. Well, nobody wants to see that. God, no. But, you know, with the Page of Swords coming through reversed, and I'm leaving it this way so that you can see all the images because it still applies. You know, the meaning's a little bit the same. It's just that when it comes through reversed, we're talking about major legal problems. Major legal problems. So that's her future. Legal problems because she's... Where's my chopstick? Here we go. Major legal problems, and lost her seat, canceled because she's being recognized for being part of the, well, at the very least, January 6th is what I'm getting here. But I feel like it's bigger than that. And then at the bottom, we have the Devil and let me turn them up, right side up so you can see, the Hierophant and the Devil. Conformity and bondage. So she won't conform. She's a major rebel. So this is what we have here with January 6th. Here's another clue. And with the Devil coming through reverse, now when the Devil comes through in a personal reading reversed, I always read it as, you know, being released from your blindness of the past. But when it comes through in a in a political reading, I feel like it changes the meaning to where it's fated. You know, it's just like a fatal issue. I don't feel like she's going to recover. Not with any of these other cards. Not with these 4 cards. And not with the karmic cards hanging over her. And not with these cards over here that indicate that she won't change. The Devil reverse is also a divorce card. So there's that. So I think she is the one going through the divorce. But who knows? Could be both of them. Could be Lauren Boebert and her. But other than that, that's it. I'm going to get this uploaded for you and be back to finish up. I have a few other readings that you guys wanted done, so I'm going to do those too. Okay, take good care. Have a really good Thanksgiving. Happy Indigenous Peoples Month. Bye, you guys.